Welcome back, dear viewers. And the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, represented by the Egyptian Tourism Promotion Authority, participated in the second session of the International Tourism Exhibition, which was held in the Polish capital, Warsaw. And what's interesting about this is that the Egyptian pavilion participating in the exhibition won the award for the best pavilion in terms of design, which came in the form of a temple in a modern way, including screens of different sizes to display promotional films about Egypt. And to know more about this exhibition and shed more light on this topic, we are delighted to host over the phone Mrs. Nagla Fanous. She's the former director of the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir. Good morning, Mrs. Nagla.
Good morning. Good morning, Abby.
Thank you very much for joining us on Nile TV. Tell us more about this exhibition and the participation of Egypt in the exhibition in Poland.
It's an important tool for tourism marketing, and
Yes.
as evidence by participation of a large number of companies and tourist destinations in this exhibition. It is an opportunity to meet and agree on various tourism programs and conclude commercial agreements. This kind of international tourism exhibition also make highlighting. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. These exhibitions always make highlighting the Egyptian civilization.
Yes.
And encouraging visitors to visit the archaeological sites, which help to promote through co-marketing and farm trips. Implementing some joint promotional campaigns in the target tourism markets with international professional partners.
Yes.
Such as tour operators and the airlines, and we can organizing a number of hosting and introducing visits. And you know, Poland is the fifth among the most important and the largest markets exporting tourism to Egypt. The Egyptian pavilion at the second edition of the exhibition, you hear the exhibition won, the pavilion Egyptian won the award for
Yes.
the best pavilion in terms of design.
Yes.
Because it was built in a way that resembles a modern temple, like old Egyptian temples, equipped with screens of various sizes to display promotions. This displays aim to highlight the various tourist
Yes.
destinations in Egypt, of
Yes.
course.
Okay, you just mentioned that Poland is one of the most countries that their tourists come to Egypt. Tell me more about the importance and significance of the European market to revive the Egyptian tourism. In general, European market.
European market, yes.
Yes.
European market, I think it's a very important kind of tourism here in Egypt, because they are 50% of tourism visited Egypt. Major tourist destination includes the European marketing. And
Okay. Mrs. Nagla, another question about the Grand Egyptian Museum and the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum. Do we expect that this event will attract more tourists to put Egypt on the list of must-see countries?
Yes, it's very important because now we will open we open now the soft opening for
Yes.
the Grand Museum in Pyramid, and on the other hand, we have to make programs for this sector because Egypt is very rich in archaeological sites,
Yes.
especially, and it is very important to grow, to rapid growth in facilities by improving accessibility to Egyptian tourism destinations like pyramids, like all sites, archaeological sites in Egypt. Egypt is very, very rich in this domain.
Yes. Mrs. Nagla, give us more insights on the developments witnessed by the tourism sector in Egypt. How do you view this?
Please, I beg
The
your
developments.
pardon. I don't hear you.
Okay, the developments witnessed by the tourism sector in Egypt.
Yes. The government under our president administration has worked diligently to boost this sector, ensuring that it remains competitive with other global tourist destinations. The state also strives to improve and elevate the quality of tourism services offered to the visitors.
Yes.
The ultimate goal is to provide tourists with a unique experience, which is in line with the national strategy for tourism development in Egypt.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and we have many kinds of tourists. The European tourist, what does he like about Egypt? What are the most visited monuments or destinations by the European tourist?
Yes, major tourist destinations include the all the monuments in the valley, Nile Valley. Principal among them are the pyramids of Shur and and the great Sphinx at Giza, the Abu Simbel temple to the south of Aswan, and the Karnak temple complex and the Valley of the Kings near Luxor. Attractions in Cairo also include the Cairo Museum, and now Museum of Civilization at Fustat, and also now the soft opening of the Grand Museum, the unique museum in the world, the entire world will take place in this destination. And the Mosque of Muhammad Ali Pasha, the coast of the Sinai Peninsula, has well visited also seaside resorts. In addition, in Hurghada city, on the Red Sea coast, and the famous of El Gona resort in Hurghada also. And more several destinations also liked by the European tourists.
Okay. Would you please tell us more about the developments in the Coptic and Islamic sites in Egypt?
I beg your pardon?
I'm asking you about the development of the Coptic and Islamic sites in Egypt.
Yes, now the state interest about this sector, because we have Egypt also rich in this kind of tourism, the religious tourism here in Egypt, in the sites of like the Citadel and also Al-Azhar and in all the Cairo, in churches, all the churches like Al-Malaka, Abu Sirga, and the Jewish temple.
Yes.
All this, now the state interest about the development of this area and make safe in the streets along all the streets to facilitate the trip of the tourists.
Okay, back to the exhibitions. Egypt takes part in various international exhibitions in different parts of the world. Do you believe that this participation of Egypt in the international exhibitions add more to the tourism sector?
Yes, of course. These exhibitions, it's very important to attract attract tourists to different Egyptian destinations, and it is important for opening new horizons of cooperation and international travel agencies, and strengthening ties between Egyptian and the tourism and the travel firms. Also, to attract the tourism to the archaeological sites, to a unique opportunity to attract the tourists from different countries of the world to visit Egypt, and then more about its ancient civilization up close. When they see the masterpieces in archaeological exhibition also, the ancient Egyptian antiquities in their countries, their passion for visiting the homeland of this civilization and discovering more of its treasures increases. And these expressions also enhance Egypt's position as a cultural tourist destination, and increase awareness of Egyptian heritage, in addition to supporting the Egyptian economy.
Oh, yes. Mrs. Nagla, you were the director of the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir. Tell me more about the process of moving the huge monuments from Tahrir to the Grand Egyptian Museum near the pyramids.
The last years we had moved more than thousands of pieces of artifacts, all the artifacts in several kind of artifacts, like statues, like sarcophagus, and other artifacts to the Grand Egyptian Museum, and will be moved also the rest of the collection of Tutankhamun.
Yes.
You know, the collection of Tutankhamun is more than 5,000 pieces.
Yes.
And this collection is very important because it is unique and intact, and it's like a treasure in the time of this pharaoh.
Okay, Mrs. Nadia Fanous, former director of the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir, thank you very much for being with us on ITV. Ladies and gentlemen, by this we reach the end of our breakfast show today. Thanks for watching. I'm Abir Mutwalli. Stay tuned.